others learn. Kean University.
Welcome back to our city. And this week we're discussing the Office on Aging, and joining me is the supervisor of the Office on Aging here for the City of Elizabeth, Ms. Denise Lowe. Welcome, Denise. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Are you enjoying the heat this summer?
Well, actually I am. I like the heat. I don't like the winter. I love the heat.
Now, unfortunately, when it becomes hot, or fortunately, the city opens up cooling systems. What role does the Office on Aging play with the cooling systems?
Well, whenever the temperature is predicted to be 90 or above, we open one of the centers. Usually it's the Stephen Sampson Center at 800 Anna Street, and we open it, and we keep it open until 8 p.m.
Okay.
And we also have transportation that's located at the center, and if someone calls and they need to be brought out of the house and into a cooling center, they'll go pick them up, and then they'll take them home at the end of the night. So
within the Office on Aging for the City of Elizabeth, how many senior centers do we have?
We have 4 centers. We have the Stephen Sampson Center, which I mentioned at 800 Anna Street. We have the Liberty Square Center, which is located at 240 Elizabeth Avenue. It used to be an old library.
Okay.
And we have Peterstown, which is a recreation center, but we have a Office on Aging component within that center, and that's at 410
Palmer Street.
Palmer Street, thank you. And we have O'Donnell Dempsey Center, which is at 618 Salem Avenue.
Now, the size difference is different with each center. So can you offer the same programs, or different programs offered at each site?
Well, it turns out that there are different programs offered at each site because the seniors request different things. Okay. Some centers have a book club, some centers predominantly like to play dominoes, and they have domino tournaments. They even have a domino room. We have some centers that like to play billiards. All the centers like exercising and stuff like that, but we cater the centers to the seniors.
Now, as you say catering the centers to the seniors, Liberty, the favorite activity over there is what with the guys?
Dominoes.
Dominoes. I noticed that every time I go in there.
They have a room.
And they have tournaments and everything.
Yes, they have tournaments with trophies and the whole nine.
And if you go to Sampson or...
And that's not just men.
Really?
Yeah, there are women that are...
Very competitive also?
Very competitive.
And Sampson or Donald Dempsey, the billiard table, pool table.
Billiards, yes.
And you have a team, a competitive team there, or what?
Yes, we do. We have a team that participates. We participate in a tournament of about 5 cities: Plainfield, South Plainfield, Union, Plainfield, Woodbridge. Woodbridge has 3 teams within that one senior center, 3 independent teams, and South Brunswick will be joining us next season.
So is there a particular time of the year that's in season or off season for the pool tournaments?
Yeah, the season usually ends somewhere around June, and then they still play, but not so much competition.
Now, your seniors, I think, are somewhat different than what most people think when they hear the term seniors. They're very active.
Yes, they are.
And it could be misinterpreted for the young folks if you don't know who you were looking at.
Exactly. Because our centers, our centers are open to 55 if you're Social Security disabled,
right,
or either 65. So we have them from 55 to 95. And above, we have 100. We have one senior at Peterstown that is 101 this year.
Wow. And you offer an exercise program for the seniors?
Yes, each center has an exercise program twice a week, and the instructor goes to the center twice a week. Then we also, every Tuesday for the summer, we offer them water aerobics, and that same instructor goes, and that program has proven to be very, very successful. And they do a mall walk once a week for an hour, and we have a line dance class every Monday, and they don't look at it as exercise, but it is exercise. They line dance for 1 hour every Monday, and I think our seniors know approximately about 23 to 25 line dances. They can outline dance anybody.
Including the Office of Youth?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Now, in addition to the line dance, which takes place majority at Sampson, if you go to O'Donnell Dempsey or even Liberty, they're probably doing the Latin dances over there.
Yes, Oh, Donald Dempsey, we bring in an instructor every summer, and they look forward to that. And they dance, and they already know how to dance. But what she does, she brings in her professionalism, and she gets them into routines. Because at the end of every summer, we have an international event, and it's held outside, and they dance, and it's wonderful. They do all different kinds of dances. It's great.
It seems like no matter what the event is, everything turns into a dance or party at the end.
Oh yeah.
Your seniors, they have to dance. They
have to dance. Have to have music. You know, we were criticized for having music at a health fair. You know, but when the speaking is over, they want to dance.
And they dance like the average person would do on the weekend at 2 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You
Yes.
you think it's a New Year's Eve celebration.
Exactly, exactly, yeah.
Now, throughout the year, you have several events. Some are consistent on the calendar all the time, and some are special events. Some of my favorites, you did one for the married couples, or what was that one?
The Golden Age of Love. What we did was we celebrated couples that had been married for 50 years or more. And we actually ended up with 74 couples. 74 couples.
And what was the average time, or what was the most one couple was married, I'll say?
We had a couple married 89 years.
89 years?
They must have got married, 79, I'm sorry.
Okay,
they must have got,
even that's impressive. Wow.
Yeah, really, really. They were the only 2 people they knew, you know, all their life. It was just them.
That's impressive.
It was just them.
And the senior prom?
The senior prom turned out to be something that I really didn't know if they were going to take to it as well as they did, because, you know, when they think of prom, they think of, you know, the young people, but it's become a hit. We do it every other year because it's a really big undertaking, because we go from soup to nuts. Right. So we do it every 2 years, and 2016 is the year for the prom, and they're looking forward to it. I mean, they literally dress in gowns and tuxedos and the whole nine.
And what I like about the prom is, for those who may not have a date, Mayor Bolwich, Freeholder Granados, and others come out.
Right.
Councilman Grover has been there, and they dance with the seniors. But the problem is, once you start dancing with one, you can't get off the dance floor.
You can't get off the dance floor. So we've had to ask our bus drivers to put on tuxedos and suits. We have to ask our part-time workers to put, because they love to dance, they love to take pictures, right. You know, and so everybody gets involved. And you have a very elaborate
thing, the red carpet.
Yes.
And they're back and forth on the red carpet, like you said, taking the photos.
Yes, yes.
And one other thing that you did, Donald Dempsey, and if you saw the center prior to, you wouldn't believe it when you walk in. And everything you guys do is top shelf, but the circus. That's my favorite.
That was spectacular. That was They really did. Well, I have a young woman on my staff, and she just has a wonderful imagination, and she doesn't like to do the same thing, because the circus took the place of our Hawaiian luau that we did year after year after year. So when she came aboard, she was like, "Miss Lowe, can I please do something different?" So I said, you know, okay, you know. And I couldn't believe the transformation. I mean, they had cages and clowns, and I mean, you name it. They had right, and they actually built a big top within the center. Right. It was.
But it's funny having the stuffed animal in the cages.
Yeah,
it's very creative.
Yeah, very creative, very creative. Yeah.
What's next for the Office and Aging? What can you do this year?
Well, this year's end of summer event is Casino Royale, and we're actually doing a casino atmosphere, and of course it's tickets. It's tickets and prizes. It's, you know, nothing to do with money, but we have celebrity dealers that are going to come out and deal roulette, blackjack, and craps, and then the all-time favorite, bingo. Bingo.
And it's taking place when?
It's taking place the 14th of August at the Stephen Sampson Center from 2 to 6.
Throughout the year, the seniors not only take in, but they also give back. They do a lot of volunteer work.
Yes, they do.
Over the years, what's some of the projects they volunteered on?
Well, when the earthquake hit Haiti, they were very affected by it, and they decided to make tote bags, shoulder-length tote bags for mothers and women, so that any little thing that they could find of theirs to put in, and some had zippers, some had buttons. I mean, they did about 300 bags for that. They help every year with the breast cancer walk that we participate with in Newark, and they make scarves and booties to sell as our the money goes as our donation to breast cancer. And we also have a sister city in Japan, Katami, Japan, and our seniors made scarves for a senior program in Katami, and when our representatives went to Katami, they took the scarves to them.
Now, in a brief segment here, we have the time to talk. There's seniors sitting home. Mm-hmm. How do we convey to them to come out and join one of the senior centers, and how can they reach you if they want to do so? Well,
we beg any senior who's sitting home and really has nothing to do to just call the office, and our number is 908-820-4045 or 908-820-4291. And you can give us your name and address, and we will send you our calendar of events. We'll also get you in touch with transportation if you need transportation, but there's no reason for anyone to sit at home. You know, come out. If you just come out and just have the lunch program that we have every day that's supplied by the Union County Nutrition Program.
And if someone's feeling like, well, I don't know anyone there, you think they'll make a friend day one?
They'll make a friend day one. They'll make a friend day one.
You have some very friendly seniors there.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And staff.
Yes, yes, my staff is awesome. My staff is awesome.
In the city of Elizabeth, we have a lot of different languages spoken. Mm-hmm. Is it difficult to accommodate them, and are you bringing in other groups?
Well, a part of my staff, we have staff that speak English, Spanish, Portuguese, and Creole, and the Haitian community was really underserved, and we really didn't have representation at our centers. So we did a massive push, and now that program is really growing, and they're taking ESL classes, and they come in and they're so happy. They come and they join everything that we do. They have programs. They do the jewelry making, the crafts. I mean, they're telling other people, and the program is growing. The program is growing.
Well, thank you, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And I'll come out and join you at the Casino Royale.
Yes.
Did I
yes.
say? Okay.
Yes.
And the date again?
It's August the 14th at Stephen Sampson Center from 2 to 6.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back with the second half of Our City after these words. Thank you.